So the new data and policy journal has a very strong role to play in helping with this process of kind of education of policymakers and the education of data scientists.
It could be a showpiece and a meeting place for policymakers who are trying to work in these new and emerging spaces to learn not just what methods can be used, but from what domains those practitioners are coming from.
It's great to be here at Data for Policy. Fabulous, there's publication, journal coming out of Cambridge University Press around all this stuff, a fabulous editorial board which I'm proud to be part of.
The journal is a very, very good additional space that is being created, and I'm very much looking forward to that.
The idea of a journal has always been to disseminate knowledge. So you're disseminating research knowledge and expertise. Within government, though, we have a challenge. We can't always access closed source journals. So an open source journal that looks at data use for policy is just a great thing for us.
I think the open access journal on data and policy will help a lot for two reasons. First, it's open access, because unfortunately still we as policymakers do not have access to a lot of journals. And secondly, I think it will group together most of the relevant articles for policymaking and evidence-informed policymaking.
Data for Policy, it's an academic event, and there's a new journal that is being launched, an academic journal with peer-reviewed, but at the same time it fosters the collaboration with policymakers and government.
It crosses very wide interdisciplinary gap, and so one of the duties we have is to present work that communicates across that gap, and that's actually quite challenging.
Many of my colleagues, and sometimes even myself, are just not aware of the new methods that are out there, the new data sources that are out there, let alone having a big trust, a big confidence in using them.
So what data science teams, data teams are doing around the world in terms of working with government and inside government.
So feel free to submit for the journal. As far as I understand, our submission system is open as well.
And I think the big takeaway from my point of view is that there are different entry points in this whole topic of data for policy, and I think it is important, and it's going to become more important, to actually make transparent what is the entry point that you take when you start discussing data for policy.